Hello, this is Lucy Piper, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a natural probiotic. And you know, a lot of benefits of probiotics, that's what I discuss with you in another video, that it is a help to our digestive and means to health overall. So probiotic or fermented food make very easy, and I'll show you any variety you can make actually. So it will be sauerkraut. We do this in Russia all year round. I'm going to show you how to make a fermented beans. This is a garbanzo beans, pickles, and fish. It will be salmon. So for all of these four different vegetables and fish and beans, I use the same method, and I used brine. It is solution, and it's water and salt. So because actually fermented vegetables, so fermentation, this is a living organism. It will be good bacteria will be developed in your vegetables like during some period of time. It is better to use chlorine-free water. So if you don't have a filter in a house, then you can just fill jar, take like a 1 quart, fill this with water, and put this on the countertop for a couple days, and chlorine will be evaporate from the water. So proportional will be just like this. Remember, it's for everything. It will be 1 quart of water or 1 liter of water, and about 3 tablespoons of salt. Sea salt I used, or I used Himalayan salt. So good quality salt we want to use for this. So it will be about 3 tablespoons. So it can be coarse salt, or I use just a fine salt. It's work with any salt pretty good. And you stir it. And you maybe put this like for overnight to make it dissolve. But what I usually do, I prepare the big amount if I know I'm going to do fermentation. So this is, I make a big jar, and this is about 3 liter or 3/4 of solution already ready. So it's a salty water. So let's start with sauerkraut. So we have some shredded cabbage, and what we do, we just take some carrot and shred it. So you mix it together and put this in a jar. So you can use this actually for any vegetables. I'm going to show you how to do this for pickles, but you can use just for carrots or for beets, radishes. I try to use for zucchini, and it's for me it's a little too soft, but you try, maybe you will like it, because the method actually is the same everywhere. So now you put this cabbage in a jar. So, and this is the one we ready with the sauerkraut. So we take another jar and start to fill with the pickles. So we want to use some very small and green, or if you don't have a green and small pickles, what you can do sometimes, like at the end of the season in my garden, so this is from my garden, and when it's in the end of the season, they're huge, like a big one, you still can cut this and do the same method, just put them inside. I like to use some herbs and actually some of leaves, and I'll show you what it is a variety, but you don't have to. You can just fill everything with the pickles. That will be it. But I will put some dill, and it's a good variety like black currant leaf. This is a oak leaf. This is a cherry, sour cherry actually, and this is a grape leaf. What I'm learned from this, maybe from my grandmother, that this is the leaves to keep this pickles more crunchy. I don't know, I didn't really notice different, but if you don't want to put this, that's fine too. So now what we're going to do, we want to fill this with pickles, and I put them first vertical. Also, what I like to use black pepper. You can use also whole clove. You can also use whole coriander seeds. So this will be ready to ferment also. So we put this aside together with our sauerkraut. So next, let's go to make beans. So this is a garbanzo beans, and what I did, I took just the regular dry beans, I pre-soak them and cook them. So I take some greens, and it will be parsley and dill, and I shredded it. Also, I can use some garlic. You can use onions if you want. White cooked onions will be fine. Also, you can use pepper or whole clove or coriander seeds. And what we do here, we just mix it. Sometimes I like to use just a little salt maybe. But you will be used already salt when you cook them. You take another jar and fill this with beans. So as you see, we have another jar ready for fermentation. And last fish. So this is a salmon, what it was frozen, and I just saw this. I put in a container, glass container. So everything ready, and now we just have the same method what we used for everything. So I will take my brine, what I prepared night before, and I just fill this brine, fill this jar with brine, almost to the top. And the same do with the fish. Cover fish with salty water. And this will be done with our preparation. We want to keep these jars on a countertop. And the fish we want to put in refrigerator. So this will be fish, will be ready. We just take like this. And we put this in a refrigerator like overnight. Next morning it should be already ready. When we do vegetables fermentation, it's take a little longer, about 5 days. And you will notice when fermentation start to happen, because will be bubbles start to come, and so this is your good bacteria start to develop. But what it's keep in mind, very important. So when you start to put this on a countertop, what we want to do, we want all vegetables will cover with the brine. We don't need to put lid on this yet, okay? We don't. But we want all vegetables will cover with the brine. It's not very important for beans. Beans will be all under the water. The same like with pickles, it's not. But as you see, for cabbage, it is the water, we need to push this down to keep this underwater. By the way, try to keep plates under. And what you need to do, you need somehow to keep this down. Like a grandma just put like some maybe a clean rock on the top of this to keep this down. What I find, for me it's a work. I just take a glass, what I can fit inside. And that's how I keep my cabbage under brine. Now, just remember to keep this one, all jars, about 5 days on a countertop. So when it's ready, about 5 days, you took a lid and you close this. And you put this in your refrigerator. You can keep this for up to 1 year. So the same when the cabbage will be ready, you just put your lid on the top. The same here. What you do with the fish when fish will be ready, you can keep up to 3 days in this solution, in a salty solution, and after you can take it out from water solution and keep just in jar up to 2-3 days. Now I want to tell you how to use garbanzo beans when it's ready and already fermented. So I like to use this because it became salty and crunchy. Your garbanzo I like to use with the green salads. Very delicious. So in here how you can use your sauerkraut. It's already ready. So we put a little in a jar, how much as you want. We use some onion. You have some greens, and you drop some olive oil. So that's how we prepare salad with the sauerkraut. I hope you will be trying to make all this natural probiotic. Very easy and very inexpensive to make any of this, and delicious. I'm Lucy Piper, your RA coach. Click link below and download my free book for you. Bye.